This is very interesting chart, as you can see here. This is me today. This is my older version. Thanks to AI, you can now generate this. Now look at this. So I'm 45 or roughly whereabout today. At 60, if I want to retire, and again, as I said, I hate the word retirement. At 60, I want to become financially independent, let's say, and then 85 years is my lifespan. Okay, so 25 years if I don't earn anything, and I need a passive income, how much corpus I need to have, my retirement corpus, the day I retire? And if my monthly expenditure right now is 20,000, or sorry, 2 lakh today, in today's value, at 8% inflation for the next 15 years, the same 2 lakh would become 6 lakhs 34,000 in next 15 years time. The same 2 lakh with 8% inflation would become 6 lakhs 34. Now in my retirement, I don't have any income. I need to withdraw from a corpus. What should that corpus be? The corpus is roughly around 12 crores 43 lakhs is the corpus that I would need on my 60th birthday, so that I don't have to depend on anyone. Okay, this is a corpus that I need to have. Now, it's a huge number. How do I get 12 crore 43 lakhs the day I retire? I have 15 more years to go. I have not saved anything so far in my life, right? So I have 4 options. If I need to do a monthly systematic saving, I need to start putting 2,61,000 rupees today onwards for 15 years. If I want to increase this in 15 years time, in 5 years time, if I want to complete this goal, then almost 5 lakh per month. If I want to complete this in 10 years time, then 3 lakh per month. Or if I have lump sum amount of 2 crore 27 lakh, suppose in my provident fund, PPF, etc., etc. And if I can make that money work 12% for the next 15 years, I'll be able to hit the goal of 12 crore 43 lakh. So this is a very scientific way to plan for your retirement. Very, very scientific way. You know, almost you are 95% there. Okay. Now the question is, once you are able to do it, then every month at 61, you will get this much as monthly income. Every year it will keep on increasing. At 65, this will become 8 lakh per month. At 70, this will become 11 lakh per month. 75, this will become 14 lakh per month. 80, this will become 20 lakh per month. This is keep on increasing as per inflation. What if something were to happen to you at 80? Your spouse can receive this amount as balance or can continue to enjoy this. If both husband and wife are not there, the children can receive this as a nomination. So that is the beauty of preparing this retirement plan. All of you who are watching should know what is your retirement corpus. You can go out and check. There are a lot of retirement tool calculators available online. You can check it. Okay, they're free of cost. It gives you some sense of idea. It may not be 100% accurate, but it gives you 90-95% a sense that how much you may retire, at whatever age, 45, 50, 55, 60. At least this is the first place to begin with. Okay, because if you don't know how much you retire, you don't know how much to save today for that corpus. Why you need to save for retirement? Because I'm sure you don't want to read this kind of story in press. Most Indians not happy about having to care for parents or in-laws. Sad state, right? But we are going exactly like the West. In the West, people don't stay with their children. People don't like to stay with their parents. They move out. That's happening with our country also, right? You don't want to be in a situation where your children are not happy having to care for you. Okay, so please plan for your retirement. This is my favorite quote on retirement, or somewhere which I read. Amazing idea for your retirement planning. Most families generally have 2 children, right? It says, think of equity as your 3rd child. Most families have 2 children. We spend a lot of money over a 25-year period in educating our children, providing for all their needs, marrying them off, in short, getting them well settled in life. I tell my friends to think of equity as the 3rd child. So if you have 2 children, think of equity as your 3rd child. Okay. If you have 1 child, think of equity as your 2nd child. Put in the same amount each year into an equity fund that you spend on 1 child. Do that for the same 25 years. Whether your real children look after you or not, this third child will look after you very well for the rest of your life, right? This is so profound, so powerful. So if you're one child and you're spending on that one child for 25 years, think you have an imaginary second child and you put similar amount of money. Every time you're putting for the first child, you put the same amount of money for the second child. If you have two children, try and do for third children. I know this is tough. I know the kind of corpus that you have to put on a monthly basis is going to be used. But if you can do it, trust me, okay, after 25 years, whether your two children look after very well for you or not, this third child will make you live a luxurious life for the rest of your life.
You can achieve your luxury car, dream home, retirement, and all your other financial goals without taking a loan. How? Through mutual fund investing. Hi, I'm Gajendra Kothari, founder of Etika Wealth Private Limited, and I've been investing in the mutual funds for the past 15 years. I'm here on Upsurge.club with my mutual fund course to help you achieve financial freedom. In this course, I will teach you everything about mutual funds, how they work, their different types, how to analyze the mutual fund scheme, and how to select the best fund for yourself. You'll also learn how to build your mutual fund portfolio through examples. So, enroll in this free course today and start your wealth creation journey with mutual funds.
So in this slide, we've taken that what is the cost for, raising a child in an urban setup in a city like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, for a middle class or upper middle class family. Suppose if a child is born, then, today the hospital expenditure, the diagnostics and everything leads to around 1 lakh rupee, 2 lakh rupees up to the birth of child, vaccination, etc., etc. And then every year the family spending 1 lakh rupees in the first few years, and then 1 lakh 25 for the maintenance, buying stuff like clothes, food items, games, and stuff for the child. And then the education fees also starts. Today we want to give our child the best education, so that's why we want to send them to the best school. And then these days parents want this child to study abroad for higher education, graduation, post-graduation, and this is marriage. So on an average, an upper middle class family spends in a city like Bombay around 3 crore to 4 crore rupees for raising a child. Okay, I know this is a lot amount which we would have never calculated, but this is a reality. Now suppose now by the time your child turns 27 and you are 57, it is a payback time for the child. Your child should now start taking care of you. And suppose if you have one child, this should be a second imaginary child. If you have two children, this should be a third imaginary children. So whether our real children look after us or not, this third child, when you turn 58, will start looking after you and will start paying you around 15 lakh rupees per month, not annum, 15 lakh per month. Starting with this and then increasing gradually with inflation for the rest of your life, right? This is the power of equity mutual fund as your third child. This is how your third child can take retirement, can take care of your retirement, right? So many people don't know, but we thought we'll just kind of, use this. Then, of course, my first goal was retirement. My next goal is to buy a Rolls-Royce car. As you can see in that movie, One Idiot, the boy ends up buying a Rolls-Royce. These are the various models of Rolls-Royce: Phantom, Ghost, Cullinan, Wraith, Dawn. And this is Spectre, newly launched EV version. So this car currently cost 10 crores. I've not yet seen in India, but I think it will shortly be there in India. So, when I saw this movie, I thought in my mind that I need to own a Rolls-Royce car. So I wish to own a Rolls-Royce before I turn 50. And this is what I kind of challenge myself and also announce it in front of the world that I want to buy this, right? This is not for me to enjoy. I am not a car fan, but just because the boy in the movie bought a Rolls-Royce, I thought, let me take this challenge and buy it for a symbolic purpose, right? And the idea is anyone can take a ride in a Rolls-Royce. And I believe if this car cannot inspire you, then even this session won't be able to inspire you. So when I decided this goal, okay, that time Rolls-Royce Phantom, the cost was 8 CR Mumbai on-road price, 8 crores, 10 years back. But in 15 years, okay, this 8 crore cost in 15 years would become 16 crores, right? In a 15-year time frame with 5% inflation, the cost of this car would come to 16 crores. How would I get 16 crores if I don't plan today? And if I have to plan today for 15 years, I need to do roughly an SIP of 2 lakh or precisely 1,92,000 per month so that I'm able to buy this car before my 50th birthday. So my idea was that the day I turned one idiot, the day I become one idiot before my 50th birthday, because that's the challenge I've taken, I should also be buying that car just like that boy did and show to the world that I have become one idiot and got Rolls-Royce. So whatever you saw in the Real Idiot movie is what this real idiot has also tried and done it. So, so 15 years and I've been doing this SIP and I'm pretty sure I'm now very closer to the goal. So in next, hopefully 4-5 years or before, I should be able to achieve this. So this is a roadmap for Rolls-Royce. I like this very interesting thing says that a wealthy man driving a Mercedes Benz, you get 1 million views on YouTube, right? But a wealthy man showing how to plan your investment to afford a Mercedes Benz, which is what I'm doing right now, you get just 200 views on YouTube. People don't want to be educated, they want to be entertained. This is a fact of life, right? Nobody really wants to be educated. Then this guy says, educate while driving Mercedes, that might work. I think this is a very, very good piece of advice. That's whole idea. And I'm going actually a next step, okay? I'm asking you to be invited to be riding in that car, right? So not just you get entertained, it is your dream which might come true. Plus you get inspired. I think that is the highest form of motivation that you can receive. So that's the idea of buying this Rolls-Royce. Then of course, how much it costs to raise a child. So first goal was retirement. The second goal was like buying a car. The third goal is for children's education. Now this is very interesting. I gave you an example of a upper middle class family spending for child. What is the cost of kharcha? This survey was like 15 years back, almost 14-15 years back. At that time, how much it cost to raise a child? You can buy 2 swanky BMWs, a luxury penthouse, or take annual vacations to exotic locales for the rest of your life, or you could bring up a child. Okay? ET Wealth works out the cost incurred by middle class parents in raising a kid from cradle to college till 21. I took till 27. My cost was till 27. This, as per the Times of India survey, a middle class parent spends around 55 lakh rupees per child. This was 15 years back, so straight away this would have doubled. If I include foreign education, marriage, then it becomes the cost which I shared it with you around, right? So every parent's wish list or the top wish is the child go for higher education, they get better education. So I have 2 children, son and a daughter, and this is what I could plan for them. Like today, so daughter is Aditi. So when she was born, when she was 3 years of age, we just did this calculation. We said 20 lakhs is for graduation today. 30 lakhs is for post-grad, 50 lakhs is for marriage. This will come after 15 years, this will come after 20, this will come after 25. The same value of 20 would become 55 then. 30 lakh would become 1 crore. Marriage would become 3 crores. How would I get this money if I don't plan today, right? If I don't plan today, then I will be struggling to get this money when, if I plan today and if I have some investment which I've linked up, the difference I have to put is 5,000 today per month, 5,000 today per month for this goal and 7,000 per month today for the marriage goal. It's such a simple way. Anybody can do it. If you have children, you can just plot your retirement goal, graduation plan, post-graduation, shadi, and you can do, and there are a lot of these online calculators available there, which you can calculate in 5 minutes. And guess what I did? My daughter was born on 24th December 2010, and immediately I started an SIP in her name, as you can see here, 2010, 10,000 rupees I started. Then a month later, her naming ceremony was there, 50,000 and 70,000. I thought this was her money. Let me not touch it. And I started, putting this. And this is a lump sum, which I added. And I kept on doing this. A year later, I saw the value 2,50,000 actually became 2,30,000 after 1 year because the markets went down. A lot of people would get nervous and stop their SIPs or pull out this money. What they're not realizing is this is a long-term game. They don't require this money today, right? So there's no point stopping this SIP. I continued this. And not just that, every good occasion, like this was Diwali in 2014. What do people do on Dhanteras? They buy gold. I thought this was a great idea. Let me not touch it. Let me invest more on this day. So I invested 21,000 lump sum as a one-time this thing. Apart from the 10,000 which is going, 24th December, her birthday was there. Again, I topped it up. So every time I got an opportunities, I kept on topping this up. Okay, and then 2 years back when she was 12, 2 years back, by then I would have put around 16,95,000 rupees into that investment. And I'm happy to share that today, 2 years back, this value was 50 lakhs rupees corpus for that goal. Okay, 16.95 became 50 lakhs. But the biggest surprise is not this. The biggest surprise is actually this. 2 years later, I kept on doing this SIP. So 16.95 was there earlier, and in 2 years, 19.25 it became. But 16.95 was worth 50 lakhs 2 years back, and today that corpus has become 1 crore. This is the power of compounding. Of course, markets have done well, the scheme did well, and that is why you got 25% CAGR for the last 12, 13 years. Of course, this is not sustainable. This will come down to 12, 13, 14, 15, right? But look at the power of this at some stage. That's all what I want to share in this. And I said, if 10,000 per month I do for 25 years, and suppose it earns 15% return, again, there's no guarantee to achieve, it becomes 3 crore 28 lakhs, right? She can go for Harvard, she can become an entrepreneur, she can travel across the world. And there is separate goal for marriage. Again, same 10,000 per month for 30 years at 15%. It becomes 7 crores rupees for our marriage. I'm sure as parents, all of us can do this. 10,000 per month per child, okay, for education, for this thing. And forget 15, 12% or 10% even if you take, the results are large, huge, right? This is what I wanted. This is how I've been using SIPs for various goals, for me. Now, again, a very interesting thing, if you have to make your money work for you in the longer term, this is what Nick Murray, my guru, says. Prior to retirement, own as close to 100% equities as you can emotionally stand. Okay? You remember the asset allocation? You should have that much amount of money in equities which you are willing to remain invested even if there's 10, 20, 30% fall in the market. Okay? And I strongly believe after retirement, again, own as close to 100% equities as you can emotionally stand. So there is no golden rule like this that now that you've approached retirement, everything should come into debt, you can't take risk. It is all about your emotions. If you do not mind volatility disturb you, then you can be as much as in equities. Like Warren Buffett today, 94 is maximum, almost everything in equities, right? So it depends on person to person. But this is what I strongly believe. The final word is emotionally, are you able to emotionally stand this or not? Okay. Again, a lot of people ask me this question, when is the right time to invest? When is the right time to book profits or exit, right? Again, I really like this quote which says, the right time to buy equities or equity mutual funds is now. Okay. As long as you have the money. The right time to sell is never. Okay. Unless you need the money. And ensuring there's a minimum 10-year period in between. Any money that you're putting today, and if you've given 10 years, right, you can withdraw whenever you want. You don't have to really see market condition. Every installment that has gone into your corpus, wait for 10 years for that installment to play out, and then you can withdraw at any point of time. Okay? The greatest risk is not owning them. This is what most people do. We end up so much planning for timing, this and that, we actually lose the plot. Okay? Timing doesn't work. Remaining patient, staying invested is what works. The other way to do is STP. We talked about SIP. STP is what happens when you have a large lump sum money which you want to invest, but you are afraid to invest all at one go. You can do STP, systematic transfer plan, which means you put all your money into a debt mutual fund where you can earn 6%, 7%, 8%. And then every month from that debt fund, you do systematic transfer 1%, 1 lakh per month, 2 lakh per month. and it keeps going into your equity fund. So your debt fund over a period of time becomes zero, and all the money would have been in. Now, how is this better from SIP? Because in SIP, money goes from your bank account. Okay, money goes from your bank account and invested, but the money which is lying in the bank account earns you 3.5%, 4%. At least in STP, the money which is lying in a debt fund, arbitrage fund is earning you 6%, 5%, 7%. It is earning much better. And tomorrow, if there's a market crash or if there's market correction, you can put lump sum money into that corpus also, right? So this is STP.